Hey Cancers, what's up? This is a mid-month for March check-in, right? All right, I love y'all Cancers, but why I feel like I'm gonna have to break this reading down for y'all. In general, when I look at y'all's spread, this reading is pretty much saying y'all need to stop pouring energy into what is not growing. It's time to start entertaining people that's draining you. That's mainly what it feels like, because it feels like a lot of people around y'all are connected to y'all, but it's draining. So it's like it's time for y'all to get clear, get sharp, become more intentional. Y'all reading honestly feels like a wake up call message, right? So when I look at your energy currently, like mid-month, there's an energy of like frustration. So y'all may be feeling like, why am I not seeing results? Mo, I've invested so much, but for what? So it's like a level of impatience here. Some of y'all feeling burnt out or feeling like you wasted your effort. It's like one of those things where it's something that's just taking too long. Or cancers, this is like putting your effort in the wrong place. Okay? So it's like there may need to be like you need to reassess before continuing something, and it feels like it's tied to people. So like the community, partnerships, whether it's children, there's a draining energy around you, and you're not as happy. It's kind of how this is coming off. I love myself instead of relying on love from others. That's an affirmation. Speak that affirmation of yourself over yourself, right? So it's one of those things where not everything deserves more of your time. That's what this is coming to, baby. Just because you already gave it some, don't mean you continue doing that. So this is pointing to like some type of social imbalance. Like I said, whether it's friends, family, a lover, there's gossip here, there's fake support. There could even be like emotional distance that some of y'all are dealing with. But it's like a overgiving in friendships, partnerships, romances. So for some of y'all, this is somebody around you, Cancers, that's not being genuine. Y'all can have like too much outside noise, too many opinions, and it's causing, like I said, some type of emotional exhaustion. From trying to keep everybody happy. This is also giving like third party energy and love, possibly, if this is like romantic, so there's a need for you to protect your peace. Not everybody in your circle, baby, deserves access to your heart, Cancers, okay? Now, with the next energy, it's showing up like a breakthrough card. It's showing up like you setting boundaries, right? So this is like a space where, Spirit is urging y'all, be honest. Cancers, be direct. Go ahead and cut through the confusion. You have what you need to be able to do that. Use your logic with your intuition. Set these boundaries without feeling guilty about it. So for y'all, it's like who naturally leads with emotions. This message is powerful because it's saying, okay, Cancers, feel it. It's okay to feel it, but don't let feelings cloud your judgment. You already know the truth. So it's like you just got to speak it. You got to decide it, and then you got to enforce it. Okay? Now, the final card that came out for y'all, I look at this as like pretty much y'all overall energy was like the Eight of Pentacles. And the way that it flipped out, it wasn't showing itself. So I felt the message from the initial cards, and I was like, okay, there's something here that Cancers don't see. And what it is when I saw this card, it made me feel like whatever y'all been putting that work into that you feel like hasn't been working, something is going to pay off for you. I feel like this Eight of Pentacles is also speaking on like some type of lesson for you. So Cancer, you're being guided to focus on your self-improvement at this time. Master your skills. Create a routine. Work on your craft. Like I said, become more disciplined. Stop being distracted by emotional chaos, because that's what's going on. Build something real, one step at a time, y'all. So I feel like this energy is like, it's very grounding. It's very grounding. So your energy, it belongs in what is productive, what is healthy for you, and what's worth building. Not in chasing, validating, or waiting on flaky ass people, and not on forcing outcomes. So I don't know. I feel like, straight shooter here. Straight shooter. So stop waiting. Cancer, stop wondering and start like refining. If it's not growing, reassess that shit. If people in your life feel off, distance yourself. If you know the truth, Shit, speak that shit. So put y'all focus back on y'all work, okay? Y'all healing and y'all goals. For some of y'all, if this is about love, this could like simply be like you're tired of waiting for somebody that's inconsistent. There could be like emotional immaturity. There could be mixed signals that you be dealing with, or like I said, outside interference. So this is like about too, if it's in love, like asking the hard questions, or shit, walk away from the confusion. Point blank, period. So focus on building something stable, not chasing crumbs. Especially if this is a love message. Don't romanticize potential, Cancers. Pay attention to the effort, and if this is about friendships or y'all social life, some people may not be showing up genuinely. There may be gossip, jealousy, like somebody feeling excluded, or just emotionally imbalanced. So the answer, this isn't to fix the group, it's to protect your energy and move smarter, probably away from the damn group. um but if this is about y'all career or like y'all money, I feel like this message is strong for like frustration over delayed results. This could be speaking out about a team or coworker drama. This could be speaking about needing to become more strategic and less emotional, like I keep saying. So success through consistency and craftsmanship is literally like y'all career message. So tune out the distractions, get serious about y'all work, and results come through discipline and not by rushing. So y'all just being asked to stop investing, baby, into the dead weight. Release draining people, the draining social energy. Start to be more emotionally intelligent, which is all about becoming more mentally sharp, and focus on what can actually be built, at this time. So cut the fluff, protect your peace, baby, and put your energy where mastery is real and where results live. Okay, Cancers? Damn.